During his winning presidential campaign of 1932, Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, "It is common sense to take a method and try it. If it fails, admit it frankly and try another. But above all, try something." Carl Reiner was 10 years old when President Roosevelt delivered that memorable quote. And when he grew up, Carl Reiner didn't just try something. He tried everything and succeeded at all of it. Actor, writer, producer, director, author. And it all started thanks to a government program created by President Roosevelt, the Works Progress Administration, which provided jobs and training for workers. And one of the training programs included free acting classes. I first experienced the thrill of Carl Reiner's genius when I was a little kid, sitting on the living room floor with my family and millions of other American families watching the Dick Van Dyke Show, which Carl Reiner created and wrote. The show won 15 Emmys in 5 seasons. Here's Rob Reiner talking about being the luckiest little kid in America in those days, the little kid who, like the rest of us, watched the show on TV, but unlike the rest of us, got to visit the set.
Your dad created the Dick Van Dyke Show.
He did?
Yes. And did he?
Yes.
Was any of that like your real home life? Because
yes. I mean, you know, my father, he wrote most of the episodes, and I always knew when he was stuck creatively. He would come into the room, in my room in the house, and he would say, "Has anything interesting happened to you lately?" So I knew he was stuck. He was looking for something to do. But I grew up as a kid. You know, I was a kid watching the Van Dyke Show. On the summers, I would go down to see my dad work.
What a lucky kid. Carl Reiner wrote that show as a starring vehicle for himself, playing a fictional version of himself, a TV comedy writer. The network was willing to order the show into production as long as Carl Reiner was not in the starring role. Enter Dick Van Dyke, and the rest is television history. The New York Times calls the show the first great TV sitcom about TV. Carl Reiner took a smaller role in the show, playing every TV writer's nightmare, the mercurial, egomaniacal star of the show within a show. Here he is with Mary Tyler Moore after Mary has just made the mistake of publicly revealing that he wears a wig.
This is a cute one. I had this one made so people will say, "Alan is losing his hair. Would you like that one? Or would you like a crew cut one that I had made for the summer? Oh, this one, Mike. Alan, you need a haircut. Huh? Would you like these? What do you suggest I do with all of these now, huh?"
Well, there must be some needy bald people.
Needy bald people. Laura, you're a nut.
As morning was breaking over Los Angeles this morning, Rob Reiner announced, "Last night, my dad passed away. As I write this, my heart is hurting. He was my guiding light." The tributes poured in for Carl Reiner today. Steve Martin spoke for countless others when he said, goodbye to my greatest mentor in movies and in life. Thank you, dear Carl." Carl Reiner was there at the creation of television when no one was quite sure what television would become. This box that you're watching now started as a little black and white screen that has delivered us all countless indelible memories, many of them painful, many of them difficult to watch, from police brutality against civil rights protesters to the first televised war in Vietnam, the funerals of assassinated leaders. That is the jurisdiction of television news, and that is much of what we have delivered. But we could not end this hour of television tonight without acknowledging on television Carl Reiner's contribution to this screen you're looking at now. Carl Reiner's contribution was pure joy. Carl Reiner was 98 years old.